Here to talk to us about noticing the world around us is Lieutenant Pete Ebel with Team One Network. Now, Pete's a lieutenant with a large sheriff's department on the east coast of Florida. And if anybody knows tactical operations, it's him. And in our conversation with him, we talk about a grounding activity known as a 3x3. It came from military special operations, but it definitely applies to us as well. So without any further ado, I want Pete to explain this to you.
Thanks, Joe. One of the things that law enforcement officers have to adjust in their lives is the fact that we are trained to act extremely quickly sometimes on the street. Now, we have instituted what's called a tactical pause in many areas of police work. Some incidents are tense, dynamic, and they occur in a snap. You have to react quickly to those. But in others, you can kind of sit back, gather intelligence, gather information, and make sure that everything that you have and everything that you're about to do is not only lawful, but proper within agency policy, within the law, things like that. I believe that slowing down and seeing the world around you and grounding yourself in the moment can greatly assist you with the speed of things. So the thing that I like to talk about here when we're talking about noticing the world around you is number one, as you said, it's a skill borrowed from special operations in the military. It's a skill borrowed from primarily special operations snipers that sort of ground themselves in the moment, create situational awareness, and can really see a wider view of things, even though they're only looking through that scope, but they have a good situational awareness. In the tactical sense, we call this SLLS, okay? It's stop, look, listen, and smell. Very often, that will serve you well on any type of call that you're on a police call, on a domestic. There's no reason to just run up to that call and bang on the door. You sit back, you listen, you may hear something that gives you probable cause when eventually you get inside and both parties inside tell you nothing happened, but now all of a sudden you've heard something important that might go toward your probable cause. It could also be the mention of a gun or other weapon that could possibly save your life or prevent you from having to use deadly force in a situation. So as it relates to personal life, you want to stop what you're doing, number one. You might be driving, you might be sitting in a lobby. It's important to actively interrupt what you're doing. After that, you take these steps. They take only a few seconds, but you take these next steps. Obviously, the next one is look around, scan things. Okay. Look 180 degrees around you. If you can, look 360 degrees around you. That's an officer safety thing as well, but it kind of grounds you in the moment. On my desk here, I see my drinking bottle, half full, by the way. I see my keys and I see some paperwork. So those are the things that are immediately around me. You want to listen to the sounds around you. Acknowledge sounds that you hear, but try to pick out a couple that are really faint. They're hard to recognize, hard to hear. It makes you concentrate quite a bit more. It might be your own heartbeat. It might be the hum of a fan or your coworker's computer. Sometimes they make the list. And then lastly, smell the environment around you. Smells are powerful. The smell of rain, things like that. At this point, take a couple of good deep breaths, and breathing is important. We'll talk about that later. It could be your cup of coffee. It could be any number of things, but sort of widen your view and see the world around you. An alternative to smell could also be touch. You could be in traffic. You could be feeling stressed about traffic. Grab the steering wheel, feel the stitching on it. Feel the veneer of your console in your car, whatever it is. I don't recommend you close your eyes when you're driving the car, though. Obviously, you want to repeat this until you're fully grounded in the moment. It's an incredible trick. It works for raising your tactical situational awareness. It also works to slow things down again. And again, somebody who's in a highly emotional state, maybe just received a phone call with really bad news, maybe just read something that really upset them. Any number of things that can set us into an emotional state. Grounding yourself a little bit can certainly help take you out of that whirlwind of emotion.
Thanks, Pete. I'm sure everybody can see how that skill can be used in both a tactical environment or standing at home in the kitchen. If you want to learn more about Pete Ebel or Team One Network, the best place to do it is teamonenetwork.com.